It's about drinking in bars. Sure, I don't do that anymore. It's not really my thing. So this is kind of the last drinking poem I ever wrote. But it's fun. It's called Cassiopeia and Orion Lead Me Home from the Bar. There are two bars I frequent at home in Bellingham, Washington, and they share a wall. Makes choosing easy. One's a wine bar with candles on the tables and music playing from an iPad. The other does local beer and grilled cheese. And as long as it's not soul night, they let you throw your peanut shells on the floor. They often visit both in one night. It's less the clientele and more that both establishments have beautiful women in charge of all those bottles. But unrequited love for a bartender always leads to drinking alone in front of them. And you still tip if you're a good person and they got kids to feed. Liquor has always been a second place ribbon for me, a parting gift as I walk in the door. I'm generally runner-up to whoever joins me at the bar first, but tonight I came with two friends. They usually hide out in the winter. They're outside smoking and aren't allowed in most bars anymore. That's what happens when you're hot and near alcohol. They don't as much drink as they consume. They don't sit as much as they shine. As I pay my tab, they hover around the door waiting to take me home. I exit, I stumble, and I spin, catching myself in the gaze of my two friends. I look up at them and follow. My eyes drift as I walk. Ahead of me, I have a 1.5 mile hike uphill to my house. Most of the time, I remember my way home sometimes. Tonight's sky is perfect. Someone graffitied lit charcoal across the aftermath of a squid fight. It's the top left corner of a US flag on the highest definition. I'll dream of bartenders and constellations once I land soft horizontal, but this hike has me singing out loud to my iPod in the middle of a forest. Hey little girl, is your daddy home? Or did he go and leave you all alone? I got a bad desire, but it is and will remain a pipe dream. It's my two friends who are on fire making sure I get home tonight. Cassiopeia and Orion are on alert. I guess heroes feel a certain dedication to those lives they've saved. Or maybe they're just big balls of burning gases, pretty to look at from a distance. It's all we ever do with each other. We watch them, they burn. We watch and watch, they burn and burn. Each star in a constellation has no clue it's been grouped with other stars. Were I to fall over and pass out on my way home, the beauty of Bellingham is that I would simply land on the beauty of Bellingham. I would likely be awakened by the nuzzling of a deer. I would wake up and say, "Oh, dear." Then the deer would click and snort, and that would notify other local deer that my scent wasn't danger, but just another hairy dude who's never actually cut down a tree. And this deer would look to my friends ahead of us and say, in a British dialect, "This one shall pass, but it's not to touch anything along the way." I would rise and buckle like a newborn fawn and continue on my way home. I would be the cowardly lion. Only by cowardly, I mean drunkenly, and by lion, I mean fat little man. I will get home and wish I weren't alone. Then I will make a snack that I would never eat in the afternoon or in public. You know. I wonder if cream cheese on sour cream is good. Sure. And then I will fall asleep with the grace of a drunken lion. As I dream, Cassiopeia and Orion will dance away into the sunlight, never knowing why or just how much I look up to them. Thank you.